Hello guys, this is a different kind of video. I was gonna film this week and talk about my businesses and that type of thing, but I thought I'd just do sort of a bit of a life catch-up, I guess. So much has changed since the last life catch-up video I did. I don't think I'd launched my course then. Anyway, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update to what I'm doing and where I'm at, and yeah, how things are kind of going. So I guess a lot of the stuff that I do now comes down to social media, and that's my personal brand. So I obviously do YouTube. I'm wanting to work with brands more. However, I am finding that I'm really struggling with time to even do that. So that's kind of what I want to vent it on this video, is that for any other entrepreneurs that follow me, because I get messages from you guys all the time being like, you're such an inspiration, and like, you've helped me start businesses and you're helping me do all this other stuff, and that's fantastic, and I love those messages, so please keep sending those through. But I want to be very transparent and say that being your own boss and running your own businesses and working for yourself is not always easy, and it can be very daunting, and at times it can be extremely overwhelming. And for probably a period of about 2 weeks, I was extremely overwhelmed to the point where I was like, what am I doing? What am I actually working on? Like, I felt like every day I was just skimming over the top of things, getting the bare minimum done. Time was just going too fast and I couldn't get all of my tasks done. And now what I'm really focusing on is something that I've realized, is that I can do anything, but I can't do everything. And what that really hones in for me is that I need to employ staff. If you've been following me for a while, you would have seen my video on how I started my balloon business, and prior to COVID, that was running by itself. I didn't need to be in the business. I had staff that could run the business. They could take all of our bookings, they could do all of our installs, all of the customer service. They would do all of that. And that was amazing for me, because that was a huge goal when I first started my business. But then COVID hit and my main staff members got other jobs that were more aligned in their fields that they were studying at uni. And now that we've sort of come kind of out of COVID and we're picking back up, I'm sort of feeling like I'm back to square one, where I don't have staff and I need to rehire. And that is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm hiring staff to get my balloon business up to a point where I don't have to be in it every day. That is super exciting for me, because I am so I've got so much on my plate. Like, let's run through the things that are on my plate. I have my eyelash business, balloon business. The balloon business is kind of spread out though. So eyelash business, daily balloon deliveries, weekend balloon installs. I then have my TikTok account, which I love, that is continuing to grow. I think last time I checked, it was like 680,000 or something on TikTok. YouTube is something else that I'm doing. I've also got my online courses. So I've got a TikTok course. I have my balloon garland course. What else am I working on? Well, there's some other things that I'm not going to go into because they're kind of exciting stuff that's coming up very soon. There's just like so much on my plate at the moment that I have realized I need to hire staff. I need to have people in my corner who I'm paying to help me grow my business, because there are some tasks that are so time consuming that it literally blocks me from being able to do anything else that I'm working on. So yeah, I kind of wanted to film this video because I'm sure there's a lot of people that have seen my videos, and I know there are, because as I said, you guys message me, and I don't want you to think that like building your plate up and trying to do a million things at once is all suns and roses and like, yay, amazing, happy goals. Like, it's just not. My biggest thing, sorry if the light's changing, it's because my computer's turning on. My biggest goal when COVID hit last year was that I realized that I needed to create more income streams to allow me to live the life that I wanted to live. But in saying that, I filled my plate up and up and up with more and more work, and to the point where when everything's super busy, I can't manage that. So what I'm doing now is I'm hiring staff. I'm looking at hiring 2 to 3 team members for my balloon business. I am looking at hiring a email marketing person. I'm in the works with them at the moment. I'm also hiring a virtual assistant to do a lot of background stuff for me, like my messaging and my sort of my daily running of things. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to say that, like, there are limits that you need to set for yourself, because if you don't, it's going to get to a point where all of these things you're working for. So what I mean by this is I'm working towards getting to a point where money comes in around the clock for me, right? But the biggest key to that is that I'm not exchanging my time for that money to come in. So I'm not working crazy hours for that money to come in. And at the moment, I'm working crazy hours and I'm getting to the point where I'm exhausted and I feel like I'm not really living. Like, my whole thing when I left my full-time job at the end of 2019 was that I was super excited to be working for myself, but also having the equal amount of downtime to spend time with friends and family and visit my grandparents and just like chill the fuck out a little bit, like have a really good work-life balance. And that just hasn't happened. So, I mean, COVID played a big role in that. I obviously took back, like I basically was back in the business full time when COVID hit, because there was no point having staff for a business that was getting no work. And then we decided to do the daily deliveries, and that's kind of picked up. So yeah, it's been one hell of a crazy ride the last 12 months, and I'm super proud of everything that I've achieved and where I'm at. But I'm also super excited for this next phase. So something else I want to let you guys know is that hopefully towards the end of the year, Buds and I, my partner, we're planning on doing an Australia trip. So it's something that we've always wanted to do. We probably thought we'd do it later in life. I've actually never seen any of Europe, and we were talking about pre-COVID that we really wanted to go to Europe and like do like a solid 3 months of travel. And then COVID hit, so we're like, you know what, let's go and see Australia. There's so much to Australia that we just haven't seen. And one of my sisters, Greta, has done a lot of van travels. She's renovated vans and then traveled the East Coast. She's done the West Coast. She's been literally everywhere. Well, not literally everywhere, but she's been to so many places, and all of her stuff, like the photos she used to send us through when she was traveling, were phenomenal. So that is what we're wanting to do. We're wanting to pack up, live out of a car, camp, stay some nights at nice places. We're just wanting to go and explore, and I cannot wait for the day that I jump in the car and we are off and my businesses are running for themselves, money's coming in around the clock, everything's being paid for, everything's organized. That is my goal that I'm working towards at the moment, and I'm super excited for it. It is really daunting though. I think for any business owner who is looking to expand their team to grow the business, it's really nerve-wracking. You're letting people into this, like, I don't know, my balloon business has been my baby. Like, when I work full time, I did it on weekends and after hours, and then it sort of turned into this thing that I was able to do full time, which was fantastic. It wasn't full-time hours, but it gave me like a full-time wage from it. And then COVID hit and things changed, and yeah, I think that's just being a business owner. You have so many obstacles that you're constantly overcoming. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. And another reason that I'm wanting to sort of streamline the balloon business is because for majority of it, you have to exchange your time for the income. So for example, someone books a balloon garland, I then have to make that, go and install it, collect the pole the day after or whatever. I want to be able to free up my time so I can focus on the stuff that I genuinely love doing and I see myself doing for a long time. I mean, I plan on having the balloon business for a long time, but I absolutely love content creating, and I've realized that that's something that I would love to do more of, but I just don't have the time to do it. And for me to get to a point where I can do more of it, I need to free up my time. So that's where staff come into play. So I'm super excited. I have a couple of staff members starting with us tomorrow for like a trial. As I said, I've got like virtual assistants and stuff, so I've got meetings with them too, which is exciting, daunting but exciting, but I'm prepared. And I think one of the biggest things, especially with my balloon business, is we've never fucked anything up. Like, we've never missed an event, we've never missed an install, we've never done the wrong balloons or like forgotten anything on an install. Like, we've never done anything major that's been of like huge concern and made me really question why I'm in business. And I was speaking to a friend about this the other day, and she was like, Celia, that's amazing and a true credit to you, but she's like, you can't continue with how you're going. Like, you have to be aware that like, if those things happen, like say if we miss a big event, that terrifies me. But at the same time, I know that with my customer service and the way that we can manage that, it will be okay. And we have to, as a business, like every business goes through issues. Like every business has things that pop up and go wrong. And I just have to be okay with the fact that that may happen. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at the moment with everything in my head. Sorry, that's just a message for a balloon order. As I said, like I'm trying to focus on doing YouTube and messages come in all around the clock, which is amazing, but I want to be able to have messages coming through that I don't then have to worry about. I don't want to have the notifications on my phone anymore. I want someone else whose job it is to go through all those messages and get all of our bookings in and make sure things are paid for and reconcile things. So I'm super excited for the next 6 months. Like I can't even begin to imagine where I'm going to be in 6 months. Hopefully I will be on the road somewhere traveling Australia with my partner. I'm super excited for that. And yeah, so this is just like a little update video. Today is Thursday the 25th of March, and by the time you're watching this video it should be Tuesday. We are actually going away for my partner's birthday. So Buds is turning 29 and we're heading down to Melbourne for a couple of nights, which I'm super excited for. I can't wait to have, so yeah, I think we're going down on Sunday. We'll have Sunday night and Monday night down in Melbourne, and just to like chill out, go to the movies. What else are we gonna do? I think we're just gonna relax and spend some quality time together. I'm really excited for that, but in the lead up to that, I obviously have a lot of work that I need to get done and get organized for, so I don't feel like I'm behind. But again, that is something that I'm working towards. So in the future, I can go away, I can go and do different things. I can fly up to Queensland to see my sister. I can spend a week out at my grandparents' house, and things keep running around that. And I think that's a really important message that I want to send to you guys and tell you guys, because I know I talk a lot about my businesses on my YouTube channel, and I know that it has inspired you, and I just hope that you guys get to a point where if you are starting a business, that you make sure that you're a priority. Obviously earning money is a big part. Like I'm fully aware that I am money driven, 100%. I don't know where it stems from, but I am 100% money driven, not because I want to be greedy and have hundreds of millions of thousands of dollars in my bank account. I just want financial stability so I can go off and do whatever I want and money's coming in. And that is the life that I'm working towards at the moment. But I know for me to grow to the next level, I'm like at capacity now. Like all of these little things that I'm doing, I'm at capacity, probably boiling over capacity, and I need to have staff come in, filter that down, which allows me to grow without exhausting myself to a mental breakdown. But yeah, this was just like a little life update for you guys. If you do have any questions, or if you're feeling the same or anything, please reach out to me on Instagram. I do try and get back to all of my messages, but it can get kind of crazy. My Instagram has started to really take off, especially from my TikTok following growing, so I will try my best to get back to you. Otherwise, leave a comment below. I make sure to get back to all of my YouTube comments. I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video.